Let's shift our attention to the European continent now. The coronavirus pandemic has brought our lives to a grinding halt, and most of our international travel plans have been put off. It's been more than 3 months that countries across the world stopped international flights to contain the spread of this deadly virus, which has infected more than 8.1 million people worldwide. But life is now limping back to some form of normalcy in a few places, especially in Europe, as it starts to reopen its internal borders. More in this next report.
Life is coming back to the airports in Europe. The hustle and bustle is returning to the check-in counters, but with precautions. There is a renewed push for safety measures. Sanitizers, masks, face shields, temperature checking machines have become a common sight. Despite these added prerequisites for flying, the influx of passengers at the European airports is high enough to be encouraging. Europe has reopened its internal borders already as the rise in the coronavirus cases here has started tapering off. In fact, many European nations have resumed international flight operations within the continent. Once one of the worst affected countries, France has also thrown open its airports for travel.
First of all, there is a real market, that is the European Union market. Among our top 10 destinations from Paris CDG, we have 6 or 7 European Union airports. And so we'll have a restart of the air transport and a true dynamic of these restarting around the Schengen zone and the European Union. I would say that we should consider the European Union market as an interior market.
And it's not just France. Brussels, home to the European Union headquarters, has also resumed flight operations.
The last few months have been very difficult for the whole aviation sector, and in particular for Brussels Airport. Traffic had gone down by 99%. So today is a very important day. We are very pleased to welcome more and more passengers. We expect probably 4,000 passengers today with 60 flights. It's the first day, and we know that in the coming weeks, the number of flights, the number of passengers will increase. We expect to reach about 100 destinations early July and even 140 early August. So it's a gradual recovery, but it's very important that the whole sector here can restart its operation.
The last few months have been particularly hard for the aviation industry as a whole. If reports of the International Air Transport Association or IATA are to be believed, then 2020 will go down as the worst year in the history of aviation. The coronavirus crisis will push the airline industry to record annual losses of $84 billion.
We forecast a loss of revenue for airlines that is accounting for $419 billion, which is 50% of our revenues, and cumulative loss for the industry around $84 billion. In 2021, situation should improve. We should reach a revenue which is above $530 billion, and we should limit the loss around $15 billion.
As the aviation industry continues to reel under this unprecedented crisis, if at all a second wave of the coronavirus comes, experts believe it will be the final nail in the coffin of air travel. But if the second wave does not come, it won't be wrong to say that the worst is behind us. Bureau Report, WION World is One.